podcast level stuff. So I mean, however you do, it's fine. Okay. So yeah, we are live. Hello, everyone. Well, hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I am Ferret, also known as Sawyer. I am your facilitator and MC for this game. This is the School of Hard Knocks, a game of villains and villainous actions. We will see how this pans out and how our villains come to be. It is a crossover, and the Gauntleteer is missing a summertime event of the new Gauntlet comics, which we will be touching on heavily this issue. So let's go around in character keeper order, introduce ourselves how we wish, and introduce the characters that are making up this game. So, in character keeper order, as always, uh, David.
Hi, yeah, I'm David. I am playing the bull, Danny Mack, who is a Cantonese kid, goes by the superhero moniker, or sorry, I should say supervillain moniker of Atlas currently, though that may be subject to change if I come up with something better. Um, he is a he was abducted, suborned into your standard super soldier research program in Optimax Corporation. He is incredibly strong, has very fast replicating cells. That mean he recovers quickly from injury, has very high sort of bone and muscle density, all of that sort of thing. As I say, he's Cantonese. He has sort of messy dark hair. Usually wears just sort of fairly casual clothing. His costume, to the extent he has one, is just sort of your sort of standard black villain combat gear with a sort of Zorro style mask over the top. He said, yeah, he's fast, strong, punches things hard. Last time we saw him taking some vengeance against the corporation that had experimented on him and rescuing his one of his old friends from the lab. So yeah.
Not bad. Jay, would you introduce our Janice?
Yes, hi, hello, I'm Jay, and I'm going to be playing Cody Jameson, aka your shady neighborhood spider, Arachnophobe. Arachnophobe was, for the lack of a better word, donated to a supervillain by his parents, experimented on, managed to get free thanks to the help of a hero, but he's never quite been the same since. He's a little bit of a delinquent, doesn't take too well with being told what to do if you are a hero or anyone of that kind of authority, and he just relishes in the simpler quote unquote villainous things in life, and he's just trying to watch out for the people that he tolerates on a daily and quite likes working alongside of.
Not bad. And next, Leandro, our legacy.
Yeah, I'm Andrew. Use he and pronouns. I'm playing Fermata, who uses she her pronouns. She's a legacy playbook, and her legacy is this mysterious musical cult known as the Twilight Orchestra, who took her in as a child, raised her, equipped her with occult knowledge, and basically has raised her up in their tenets to the point where she's now dedicated to bringing into fruition their dark prophecy in which their Messiah will come and sing the world to sleep. It's all good. It all makes sense. In practice, apparently, that means that she is a model student of the School of Hard Knocks. Knox, who last time um, didn't do as well as she would have liked, and has been kind of beating herself up about it. Um, Everyone else did really well, but she messed up a few crucial moments and has now been trying to figure out how to get better to make sure that doesn't happen again.
It'll happen again. It'll always happen again. And last but not least, Dave with our transformed to the extreme.
Hi, I am also Dave for We Are Many, but I'm him. I am playing Thunderchild, who's transformed. Thunderchild was an 8 foot tall experimental battle robot designed with this pure intent of being ready to destroy the Gauntleteer. Something went wrong, and either the consciousness of Jacob Mordecai, a 13-year-old boy, or the intelligence, which is an AI simulacrum of Jacob Mordecai, now exists in this form. He's an 8 foot tall, super cool battle robo with a sweet jacket. Has a girlfriend, unlike the rest of these losers. But really importantly, everything went up great last time, so I'm having loads of fun. But let's hope we don't fail rolls, otherwise I'm ready to explode buildings and destroy things.
No problem. And let me go over the wishes real quick to keep. Pretty much everyone said keep the tone and pacing. And yeah, let's. To see how this issue will start, we're going to have two basic beginning of session moves. One, I have an option to offer. Arachnophobe. Do you want to affirm your out of villain action and switch your danger with your mundane before you roll for your obligations?
I think, you know what, reflecting on the last session from what Atlas turned around to Arachnophobe and said was you took action, you acted rather than sat back and thought. So I think I'm going to keep the stats as they are now, because right now Arachnophobe is feeling incredibly great about being acknowledged and noticed as somebody that acts rather than thinks, and he's not really thinking about his human life right now, or rather his normal life.
Then roll me plus mundane.
Yes. Could I get the link to the dice
I
real
will
quick,
link it right now. It is in the basic moves tab, just for everyone, but also in the chat now.
Thank you. Sorry.
The usually top note.
Oh, yes. Okay. So that is to rolling mundane, correct? Yeah. Let me go see my. Please load. There we go. And it's 2d6 plus mundane. I have a +1 to my mundane, I believe.
Yeah, I think you just need to highlight the 2 dice and re-roll.
Yep. So that'll be an 8. No, sorry, 7.
Oh, barely.
Yep. So let's see what happens with 7.
Pull this playbook up and...
Yeah. Here we go. When time passes, roll your mundane to see how you're managing your obligations. On a hit, things are going pretty well. You have an opportunity or advantage thanks to one of your obligations. On a 7 or 9, you've lapsed on one obligation, your choice. On a miss, you haven't given your normal life anywhere near the attention. But we're on a 7, so let's see.
Yeah, which of your obligations have you been slacking on?
Go ahead and give it to... Let's see, I have a best friend, I have a brother, and I have art. So let's go ahead with the best friend. I don't want to get chewed out by the brother just yet.
Let's see. And let me... Checking your... Where is your best friend on your sheet? I'm looking up the...
I believe that I put him in the NPCs and stuff section.
Oh, I was just looking for the obligations you had listed on your...
Oh, right. Let me see.
I know your brother, your friend, and is also school? Or
Yeah, it was a art club.
Gotcha. So let me...
I thought I wrote those down.
Yeah, and the other thing we need to get out of the way is seeing how well the legacy is being seen. So you have questions to ask, don't you, Fermata?
Yeah. So, whenever time passes, roll plus savior to see how the members of your legacy feel or react to your most recent exploits. Before rolling, though, I have to ask the other players, which is just great. To answer these questions about your performance, and take a -1 to the roll for each no answer. So, have I been upholding the traditions of my legacy? Which I guess is to be creepy music cultists. Apparently so.
Yeah, I felt like we definitely had some weird music-y stuff last time.
We relied on it to actually like get through it without trying to make a scene, and you did try, so we saw you doing your thing.
Oh yeah, weird whistling. I think that's what happened. Have I maintained the image of my legacy?
I'm gonna say yes, but that's from Arachnophobe's standpoint. He's seeing you as squaring up and owning what your legacy brings forth, i.e., the whole music thing, and you wore it even with the failure on your back. So it takes a real big leader to admit his failures as well as their victories. So I think she did good.
Is that okay with everyone else?
Yeah, that's good.
I would
with me.
say as well. I mean, you did get praised by Sforzando, so I mean,
Well, that's the next question. Have I made the other members of my legacy proud?
oh yes.
She doesn't feel proud, but apparently Sforzando says.
Yeah. So roll plus savior, I think.
Yes. Got a 2 there, so fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. That's a 10. On a hit, one of them offers you meaningful encouragement, an opportunity, or an advantage, and that's all I get, which is good. No caveats.
Yeah, and I think this issue will we get the comic thrown on the ground. The cover is I think a picture of like the graduating class of the School of Hard Knocks, but this gauntlet gripping the picture, like it looks like it's almost gripping the front of the cover. It's like drawing in and being pulled, and we just see like a School of Hard Knocks issue number 2, and the cover opens up and does anyone have a scene? Because I do have a hard frame if we do not have a scene that anyone wants to do. Because I was going to tie it with the obligations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally up for trying to provoke Famata into doing something really stupid, but I am happy to just to go into sort of a more mission focused scene to start with as well. I can always do that later.
Oh, this was not mission focused, so let's see Atlas and Fermata together. And is this going to be taking place inside the School of Hard Knocks, where everyone has their own private room in the I think like teams are dormed in like the same building, but because there are people who have secret identities, people who's if you sleep next to me, you may mutate. So everyone has their own separate rooms.
Wait, who's that? Because
This is a theoretical. It's not good.
You put it out there in the world now. It has to happen.
But yeah, I think I think actually I'm going to be awkward, and I'm going to ask Famata what she is doing when kind of when Danny just sort of wanders in or arrives on the scene.
I think this would probably be at her. Well, I guess it depends on the scene. Did you have an idea of where this would be, or
not anything in specific? No, I mean somewhere where like Danny turning up is not like it won't just be like barging into her while she's asleep or something. But
break room, not bathroom.
Yeah.
She's probably at some kind of computer labs. Actually, she's working. She's like intensely looking at a computer screen and clicking really rapidly. It's like things are moving. She's not even really typing. She's just clicking a mouse a lot. I think there's like a wide there's not many people else in the computer lab. the only person who's there probably is someone wearing these really heavy duty headphones. They're like they look like bricks. You don't and but this person doesn't look like they have a head that could carry bricks. But yeah, that's just that guy and Fermata in the computer labs.
Yeah, and I think Danny just kind of like wanders in. I think maybe makes a show of like poking at some pamphlets in one of those wire rack things, but then just wanders over to where Fermata is and sits like on the desk next to her. It probably creaks a little bit under his weight because he is a lot heavier than he looks, but
Yes.
all right, how's things going?
Things are busy.
There's some nice work on the last job. It's good to see you cut loose with some of your powers.
I think she stops for like a moment and then turns to you and she says, "Are you sure about that?"
Yeah, I mean that whole whistling thing, that was weird but kind of cool.
Well, it didn't exactly break through the locks that Omnimax? Sorry, out of character. Is it what's the name of that place?
Optimax, I think.
Optimax. There we go. Off by two letters. I did not perform to the extent I wish I did. I attempted to use what I knew, and instead it summoned trouble for us.
But it might have worked, right? Otherwise you wouldn't have tried it.
The point is that it didn't.
Yeah, well, maybe next time it will. What you need is to learn how to let go sometimes. Stuff doesn't work all the time. Sometimes shit just gets bad and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, letting go is part of the process, yes, but don't you let go once you figured out how to improve from where you were?
Honestly, I don't put that much thought into it. He kind of leans back a bit and says, "What's one thing you've always wanted to do but haven't?" And I mean, I don't mean like swimming with dolphins or some shit like that. I mean something that if you did it, you get in trouble for it, whatever that means for you.
I have an idea what it is, but I don't know if she'd just readily give it away. I think this is where...
Yep.
And this is where the provoke comes in.
Sure
you
thing.
enabler.
Which actually, ironically, at the moment makes me worse at this role. But as my superior got ridiculously high last time, however. Ooh. Do we still have team in the pool?
We have 2 team in the pool.
I am going to spend a point of team selfishly. I think actually he's gonna do like the ultimate dick move, and just reach over and turn off the computer, yeah, I will switch a point from superior to danger. To make that a 7, which...
Oh, yeah. Get to choose between the carrot or the stick.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's got to be the stick really here. This doesn't seem like a carrot situation.
Okay. I think I think she's gonna do it, but before that, she like looks. You turn off the computer, and then she just gives you this like glare and says, "Why does this matter to you right now?"
He's just going to shrug and say, "I was bored."
I think like she wants to like uh fight back against like that, but you mentioned like what did you want to do, and yeah, no, she definitely has something. She looks at like oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, would you like to pierce the mask? Because yeah, I think it's probably quite clear that he's not being entirely truthful.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Please do.
that's a 9. Thank you. Slowly loading roll for your party. I thought I was gonna get a 5 there, but that's a 9. So one question: what are you really planning?
Yes. So I think what you get is that he.
Wait a second. Do you have influence over Atlas?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes,
I think you do. Yeah.
That's
Because
10.
I shifted your labels that one time.
Oh, that also means that I think I also have influence over you, which means I didn't need to spend that team pool. But hey,
It doesn't matter. It showed your character.
Okay, so 3. Yeah, what are you really planning about that?
Yes. So no, I think he wants to. Like I think you get I think what you get is that he is in part telling the truth. He's sort of he is just looking for something to do, but you also get the feeling that he is kind of chafing a bit against the whole thing here. Really, it's like he wants to just go out and cause some trouble. He is feeling a bit kind of penned in, and he just wants to get out, and if he can like drag someone else into it, it will be more fun.
Yeah, save my other questions for the moment, but
Yeah, cool.
Fermata's looking at the black screen and she says, "The one thing I really want to do right now, short of improving myself, which I think you'd find rather boring at the moment, it's something that would cause a lot of trouble for me and the orchestra."
Now you're talking my language.
There's someone I want to meet. Someone I really want to talk to. They're very important to the orchestra. So they're hidden at the moment. And I just want to talk to them for 5 minutes.
You have got any idea where they are?
Would you kindly turn on my computer again?
He'll press the button.
Yeah, and you'll see that like she's been looking at like the Google Maps equivalent of New Gauntlet City. And you see like there's like a notepad program of like just scratch notes written down, some schools that are marked off. And she has like, there's like she's pretty sure, and there's like one school kind of left, and she's pretty sure. I think she says it right there. I have a very good idea that they are located in this school. My other question is, Yeah, what do you want me to do?
I want you to do what you want to do. Specifically, I want you to do this. I suppose now specifically, I know what it is. I want you to go to that school, get in, and talk to this person you want to see. And I mean, yeah, and possibly, yeah, but I certainly wouldn't object if it caused chaos in the way. But like, largely, I'm just about you doing what you want to do, without consideration of the consequences. And I think he will sort of kind of say, "Oh, come on then, let's go. Time for them to meet their new transfer students."
You do realize if we get caught for this, the consequences will be incredibly severe.
Like, so severe, I can't punch them really hard.
I think like she gets really close to you, looks incredibly like serious, and says, "The kind that could imperil the entire world."
Okay, that was kind of sexy.
She looks confused at that.
Well, I mean, like, that's certainly not putting me off.
Let's go before I change my mind.
Girl.
Do you want to ask your final question?
Yeah. Not that I want to shift their labels again, but actually, no. Yeah, actually, how could I get your character to not bail on me if things go really bad?
Oh, I feel this is about you won't have to do anything. He's in this like 110%.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are heading off to a school which, of course, has to be Cody's school. I mean, that's just how the dice go and the world is. But I think, Cody, you're not in class right now. It's school is going on, but you and Donovan are out at the school's reflecting pond and meditation garden, which is basically just a few orchids and like a lotus in a koi pond.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And it like it is not well tended. Like, there's more crabgrass than orchids right now, and it is a place where most kids like. I think most of the koi have developed nicotine addiction from the number of butts being dropped in the pond.
Yeah.
But Donovan is smoking, and I don't think he's even looking at you right now. While you two are hanging out, just very that teenage angst of like, bro, harsh.
I could just imagine both of them sitting on the bench, just like leaning back, doing their own thing, saying not a word to each other, but this is how we jam. This is how we level ourselves out. And this is the only place the teachers don't come to, because it's supposed to be the meditation garden, for the students to alleviate the mind.
And no one's paid high enough salary to even care. So I mean,
Nope.
they don't even pretend here.
Nope. I think the prettiest thing about this entire place is the memorial on the far wall that Cody did in his first introductory year to the art club. And that was just because it was a blank wall.
And I think Donovan takes a deep inhalation, exhales. So you've been missing some classes.
Yeah. Listen, I told you I wasn't good at witchcraft, and don't tell me that math isn't witchcraft. because it is. Okay, the teacher's talking about
Don't try
pendulum
to screw with
effects.
me. You're up to something, and you're not letting me in on it. Like I think just like that's when his eyes turn to the side, head not even looking at you yet. Dude, why are you freezing me out?
Promise you won't get mad.
No.
He's gonna reach into his bag. This is his contingency plan for things like this, and he's gonna pull out a A3 sized book, like a little portfolio thing, and he's gonna flick the pages to his latest creation, which is the spray paint of the outline of the robot, and just put it on his lap, and be like, "So our city's whack, and there's a lot going on, and you know how art is a big deal for me, and I've been running out of muse, man. Honestly, so I've just been keeping an eye out on weird things and just tagging it for inspiration, man. Like it's not you, it's not the school or anything like that. It's just I hit a wall, man. I hit a wall, and now I'm trying to get my juice back. Trying to
So
get my
you're
spark.
just out there, randomly, looking for inspiration in a city where a random super like that fucked up arachnophobe can just find you and take you hostage?
I guess so, man. Like that kind of adds to the thrill. I mean, I don't know.
And he punches your shoulder in the half bro fashion, half actually angry fashion.
I know, man. Look, I'll make sure to call you up for the next time that I go on one of these runs. How's that? You can see how I do things. I'm careful. I'm slick.
Look, I'm not trying to go school counselor on you, but you've got to take care of yourself. You can't just if you're going to go out like. Do you need me to get you a gun?
Uh,
And I think like at that moment it's like that's when like you like he I think he doesn't say he's gonna say do you need me to get you like a taser or something like that to and like as soon as you say you see Fermata and like Atlas boosting Fermata over the school gate and then like climbing up and so your teammates are on school grounds.
you know, a gun is not the way forward. Those things are dangerous. You know me, man. We used to be in Little League together. Just give me a baseball bat or a glove or something.
Okay,
And
I can yeah.
he says that, but like he's facing him just so he can kind of try and snag his attention. But his eyes are like, what are they doing?
I like to imagine like Fermata looks over, but she can only see like your eyes and like above the nose over Donovan's head.
Yeah, perfect.
But Fermata, who are you after here? Is it who I think it is?
Yeah, so this person, Fermata's only kind of technically met once. Didn't even really talk to her. Because she was in the process of being broken out of prison. Well, I say prison, it was more like a juvenile corrections facility for uh, superpowered teenagers. But yeah, no, this person is the quote unquote dark messiah of the Twilight Orchestra who's somewhere in the city. And full disclosure, I should point out this person is a former PC of mine from um, previous Gauntlet City game, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh dear.
Oh
Oh
boy.
dear.
Yeah.
So who is this person? So I can look them up on the.
Oh, I've searched for them. Yeah, her name is Melody Chambers. She's well, she was in a Monster Hearts game, so she was sad and moody.
Oh God.
Well, the funny thing is, like, she grew up with a bunch of foster families, so she didn't who were running her around the entire country. So she didn't really like. She's not indoctrinated into the whole thing. She's kind of not into the whole prophecy thing. I mean, it's nice that there's an entire cult kind of like at her beck and call, but she's unsure about the whole thing. Singing Humanity's Seat, that's a bit much. Um,
I like what you do. I don't like what you want me to do.
Yeah. Her super powered ability is that like she has kind of like a siren's voice, a psychokinetic voice that can replicate any kind of sound. So like she can basically like sing her own orchestra just by whistling. Um, it's also been used to can also be used to enthrall people. So that's also great.
Yeah, so you two are walking on campus. Atlas, you recognize Cody talking to a juvenile delinquent on school grounds. What does Danny do?
I think Danny. I think Danny is going to like genuinely play it cool and not like acknowledge Cody, um, um, and but yeah, is going to kind of follow along behind Famata. I think he's like I think he's like put like a white shirt that's probably part of some uniform that he's got in his like they've been given in their like cupboards for disguise purposes. He's wearing that over just his normal tank top sort of thing, and that's about the extent of his making himself visible, making himself school suitable, as it were. And yeah, like I said, I was thinking, is he gonna? I don't think he will make a like a kind of even just like a wink or something to Cody, because yeah, he knows he's keeping a secret and he doesn't want to blow his gig.
Gotcha. So I'm going to ask Cody now. You can stay with Donovan, or you can trail your teammates. What are you going to do? And then we're going to focus on a different scene as you have to make your decision.
Okay. I find it very odd that the squad is in fact in my school. Normally it wouldn't bother him if it was anywhere else, but it's his. This is his cover, so he's curious. It's plain input, so he's gonna give Donovan an excuse, promise him to meet up at some point, and then leave him with $20 so he can get more smokes because he just smoked his last one. I'm presuming.
Yep, there we go. Leaving your obligations once more as the page turns, and where do we catch Jacob, aka Thunderchild? Dave?
Yeah, I thought this is like later in the evening, later in the night. I'm trying to get my timings clear
I
in my
think
head.
this seems like it is the next day. So like afternoon the next day after your big
Oh,
uh
cool. Well, Jacob or Thunderchild will be in wherever the equivalent of our danger room is. I'd possibly like to frame one scene from the night before, which is just sort of the sight of Thunderchild in a sort of sleep mode, and instead of the normal light, the red lights, there are green lights, and there's obviously something processing under the surface. But in the morning, we see Thunderchild as an exuberant self, cutting up a stink in while our danger room facility is. Ben and Girders looking cool, having the time of his life.
yeah, and I think like you're there's this of course like an array of villain or obstacles that would never exist outside of a comic book. There's a dragon, there's a superhero, there's a robot supervillain that can never be gotten on our side, and there's that psychic cat that you have to distract with catnip. I mean, it's like all these different callbacks to Gauntlet comics as you're fighting through the danger room. Then all of a sudden
I have two signature moves. I hit it with my fists. I throw something very large at it.
sweet, those are very good signature moves. They are classics. They work a lot, and I think like the illusions go off. The bots, the replacements for these things start heading back to their charging pods, and the doors open, and I believe this time it will be your is it Alfonso, the Tiger Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Alfonso is coming in dressed to the nines as usual, and I think he has this like the those like single panel electronica hologram devices where you can like tap the comic things where you just tap on them, sci-fi, move things around, and there is a slight hologram of the Optimax Black Zone you guys struck yesterday. And just you're doing well, Thunder. What do you call you, Jacob or Thunderchild?
Thunderchild. Jacob tells people off if they call him Jacob.
I think there is a bit of a, like, he knew you before you were like this. I believe it's like
Yeah.
I think there is like you're doing well, Thunderchild. That is an impressive array you are putting out.
Thanks. I hate it for it stop moving.
Sometimes when you can't trust to cleverness, you have to trust to mindless violence. It works many times.
Oh, well, I did geometry and Newtonian physics.
No, he just shakes his head a little bit. It seems that let me check this name. Yeah, we're going to be we are challenging the authority of the New Guard, Optimax Industries face. I had been trying to attempt to get the rest of your team, but they seem to have been missing today.
It's their day off. Besides, puffed chest, equivalent thereof, whirring of arms. I'm in charge.
If you're in charge, you need to get them back now. The School of Hard Knocks will be getting every cell, every graduating class. This is a top priority.
Jacob is gonna work through how to do this. Have the team established a way of contacting each other if there is a we must be on Insta, right?
I presume we have some sort of, if we're actually part of an organization, I'd assume we have some sort of comms thing going on.
Well, we have
For all intents and purposes, I'd say Cody would give his number out to his teammates.
Yeah, we must be like we're on Insta or Signal or something, but like on Insta there's a GIF of the bat signal going on or equivalent, and then a party GIF, and then a room of like people running towards a location. The 13-year-old he only communicates in GIFs, but it's like, get back here now, please.
Yeah, honestly, you are needed now. No questions. Sad cat, please.
Yeah, exactly so.
Alfonso, you see Alfonso pulling up.
Actually, I know I'm being polite. I'm not being that polite, and I will provoke.
My.
I don't know if I'm that good at provoke. Superior.
Who are you provoking?
Look, I'm pretty sure Famata and Cody will come back, so Danny will be given the warrior order. So I'm going to provoke. I'm going to provoke Danny. Very well selected. Ooh, that's a 10 with my superior. Ooh, -1. That's a 9.
You have influence?
I do. Do
That's
I?
a 10.
Hold on. No, I don't have.
No, it is just a 9.
But I want to look cool and send phones of Uncle Al, so I'm going to spend selfishly from the team.
Last team, guys.
Is that the last team? I can see 5 on mine.
Oh no, I've been moving them on the bottom. The one team.
Oh
Of,
no, I'm not going to spend a team then. No, sorry.
Okay.
But what I will do without provoke is if Danny comes back and they do it, they can add a team to the pool.
Oh, yeah, sorry, but I think Danny's he just like gets the message, and I think he just he just types like "be back soon" and sends it, and then turns his phone off, because he promised that he'd have Fermata's back in this. So
Yeah, Fermata, who is very intently looking around the school, trying to watch out for anything suspicious, is also. I think she didn't even look at her phone. I think she asks, like, Danny, who was that?
it was just Thunderchild. I'm sure it's not that urgent.
I think Cody, since he's been following these guys to see what they're up to, would kind of stop and just kind of look and like, huh. TC doesn't normally express urgencies with too many gifts in one go. Gotta look up, look down, and just not my circus, not my monkeys. Put his phone in his pocket and U-turn to go and see what's up with TC. That way he's not involved in this mess if it goes south.
Yeah, but at least he knows that for some reason these two were in his school.
Yep, like, okay, these guys are here. Something might happen. I'm gonna go, so I'm not involved. Plausible deniability. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I do believe I owe Fermata a thing from her legacy, though.
Yeah.
Which, how do you communicate with your legacy? Like, it's just like do you have like the harp phone, like the telepathy through eldritch means,
I was just gonna say a locked WhatsApp group, but no, I'm kidding. No, it's a bit something a bit more eldritch than that. Although, like, there are some cells who just use what's there, because it's more convenient. Like, look, if other companies are gonna do it for them, like, yes, Pride also has a very eldritch Discord server. That's what they're doing. Kidding. Yeah, I think it there is like an oral network that's like key to like just certain like very minute frequencies that you kind of have to tune into, again, by whistling. Whistling seems to be a thing with these groups, even though I can't whistle myself.
there.
Yeah, and oh, go ahead.
And then I think like on this communique, you hear the sound of cadenza, a a tracking note. She's been found.
Gosh, here she. Oh, I'm gonna use that for my advantage. Oh, also, another full disclosure, Cadenza is another former PC of mine, but that's not important. She only appeared in a one shot, so it's fine.
It's not like I'm going to tie her to any of the heroes that appeared in other games of mine either.
Can I just confirm that Gauntlet City isn't just full of all of Leandro's ex-characters?
Hey, some of mine too.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. If I'm there, I'm gonna bring my shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I find that tracking note is just, well, one, that's really helpful, but two, that means These consensus might have found her as well. I think I am gonna follow the tracking. I think Fermata like goes off not in a dash, but like really quick strides towards like down this like hallway. Not even caring that like she kind of standing out a bit.
Cool. I will let Fermata run off ahead. I will kind of follow along to intervene if stuff goes sideways, but I will definitely let her rush into something foolishly if she wishes.
Yeah, and I think like we get the cut, from on like run. I imagine like you're running through the schools. Like we get like this cut of like the classroom where you were going to see Melody. She's inside. Like she looks up like at the like two people like zooming past the door, then looks back down to her schoolwork as you run past her. And but we cut back. I think we see Thunderchild, the lone member of like the one of the few that are just I think the only of the teams with just one member present at the moment.
Thunderchild crushes their phone, and their eyes flare.
And like as the other teams are, there's I imagine like your School of Hard Knocks Class 1 because your Dominic Carnifex is chosen class, and like Class 2 has Whisper and Jacob in it, and a few other villainous NPCs and background characters from before. And Class 3 comes in, and I think at, like right in like we get into like the middle of Thunderchild crushing his phone, and like the prompter or whatever up with different information. That's when Arachnophobe / Cody is like pulling the mask up and coming in to be to show that Class 1 is not just Thunderchild alone.
I think Arachnophobe would be making his appearance, but it wouldn't be very blatant. It'll be one of those, like, as soon as Thunderchild is done crushing the phone, there's like a really faint whip, and slowly but surely Cody is descending, Arachnophobe is descending all that stuff, just like dangling upside down next to his head. Like, dude, like, how you gonna call us now?
Sort of stare at you. What's the fucking point of calling if nobody answers?
I answered. I'm here.
Are you using your influence to inflict a condition upon Arachnophobe?
No, but I'm going to tell him who he is with my disappointment.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to...
You can reject this influence, this shift, Arachnophobe. You'd have to roll 2d6 flat, but...
Oh, no, I'm going to let TC do it because TC was in fact just trying to reach out, and he does seem very angry, and rather than uprooting a teammate's anger by forcefully pulling it out is not going to be good for anyone. So he'll take it in his stride and just see where it goes.
So I'm going to put your savior down,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to put your freak up.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense that they just like slowly web myself down upside down, just casually swaying. Sorry, I'm late, TC. What's happening?
Thanks for coming. He said, it's a big up, final grade. Me and you are going to graduate. Those other two motherfuckers are going to be sidekicks.
Like there's this scene of like I think it's like the Optimax what's the correct like spin doctoring interview, and they have the new guard, which let me pull the new guard up. Not all of them have filled out backgrounds, but we do have these fine fellows who were originally against Optimax, but now suddenly say Optimax is okay. That's not curious at all. But the Gauntleteer is there, And the Gauntleteer is one of Dominic Carnifex's most lifelong hated enemies. He has been around longer than she has, and she's been around since the Silver Age. So, yeah. And I think that you see, like, there are many heroes, some showing up in costume to be at this interview, some in civilian clothes, but it's like it is a gathering of heroes of your ages, heroes of the elder ages, retired ones. Just like it is a perfect photo op, but also a perfect time to strike if all these heroes aren't expecting a fight, and you have been trained against many of their special tactics to screw them up. And I think like that's like a like arachnophobe comes in, like, right as like we see the picture of one of these heroes being pushed away, and like another one comes up, this is Athena, her power set is this is like like pulling up this, what we know her weaknesses are, how to like who best to go for Athena of this group. And but I think, like, like this is going on. We see the and like that's when like the cameras like focus in, and I think we see Fermata and Danny like walking towards this group of heroes as Cadenza is in the mesh matchup of all these different heroes. And the guy and Alfonso giving the report. It's just like, I think Whisper raises her hand, and the sound dampening lessens. Like, sir, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, but points to the back of the screen. He turns. Oh no, this isn't how you get extra credit in this class. And at that, I think we will pause for our first break. Let's be back at 15 after the hour and see where this takes us. If only we had gone in as a team, everything would be fine. But we had to be teenage supervillains, so I mean, things went. So yeah, I think the School of Hard Knocks is now assembling much more quickly than they were before. And I'm going to focus on Fermata and Atlas real soon. Give me a sec. So yeah, you guys are heading to this gathering of all sorts of like. There is, of course, just the normies who are here to hear about the press release. I think that we have to have Dean Dennis Danielson here getting some of that good news reporting. And of course, because Cadenza is here, there are members of the cult around. I don't think anyone as high ranking as Fermata with her appearing, but just the generic cultist mooks that are sprinkled about. What do you two do as you are approaching and realize that there are a lot more heroes than you had originally thought?
I think like I should. I think about to just like stops. It's just oh shit. Well, she doesn't say that, but her her looks like huh. Danny, I think we might have made a mistake.
I mean, it depends what you were trying to do, I guess.
Well, for one thing, this is an exceptionally poor place to put her, given that there's there's apparently a high probability of heroes being here, and she started to mutter to herself. Um, why even use this place when every am I seeing this right, Dan? Is that what looks like every possible superhero in this city right here in this school?
Yeah, that's. I figure.
We shouldn't
You
be here. This was dumb. We should go.
no, look. You should do what you came here for. I mean, sure, it's a bit more complicated than we were expecting, but I'm sure you can do whatever it is you want before the capes clock to what's going on. If not, I'll run interference.
I think like she's seriously like I think this is the first well no, it's not the first time because you've seen her like doubting herself earlier today. But like she's actually showing it. Um you might have to enable her again because like the
Yeah,
Gauntleteer is right there.
The
I
Gauntleteer is on stage. He is the security here.
that is an 8, and I think this time I will offer the carrot rather than the stick.
Okay. We could do with some more team, I suppose. um, yeah. I think like you must have some better reasons to be doing this than just you are bored. Wait. We could we could be in serious trouble after this. And you shouldn't be in a position to put yourself at risk. What about those friends you just saved?
They'll be fine. It's look, I've I've spent the last 10 years like pretty much locked in a box. Anything's better than that.
Okay. I guess if one wants to live dangerously. Um, and I think Fermata is kind of like get behind Danny, I guess, so like no one would notice her, and she is gonna cast out with her like telepathic senses just to get like a shallow reading of this school and see where Mel is.
You're going. Wait, you're not at the school at the moment, though.
Oh, we're not. Okay. Oh, we ran off, right?
Yeah, you're at
Okay.
the rally with the super heroes and Optimax because of the
Okay.
cadenza tracker.
Okay. All right. So I think then, well, while Cadenza's here, I'll still do the telepathic thing, but more it's like just to like poke through and find out what she's doing, why she's been dropping tracker, why she's still using our stuff.
Fair. So yeah, roll plus freak.
Yeah. Okay, what is my freak? It's a -1. That's a 7.
Okay, is it unstable or temporary, or will you mark another condition?
I will mark guilty because oops, what am I doing here?
Yeah, you reach out into the crowd. You find cadenza. You find the like similar harmony but played off key to the cult. But you hear another melody with her, a stranger, more practiced symphony. And I think like you like your senses will like allow you to sort of like clairvoyantly see through the sound. Like I don't know how you want. Like I imagine this would be a very psychedelically drawn comic panel of like Rebecca Guai, Magic the Gathering art, like watercolors and all that stuff, like with music notes around it. But you see cadenza with the hopeful member Thrinity, who has burned through 3 magical violins during her career. She sadly does not have an updated page at the moment, but she was in a game of mine, so she had a violin which was a demon. She had a violin which was an eldritch being, and now her violin is the trapped soul of a Fey King.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, I think Jesus. At least that's something I can bring back to to the orchestra, to tell them. But yeah, I think once she got like that kind of like info, she kind of like shudders a bit and opens her eyes again, looks at Danny and says, "Unless you really want to take on all these heroes, we probably shouldn't be here."
Yeah, sure. Let's sideline out of here then.
And as you say, let's sideline out of here. The ever-present comic thing of the sky turning an unnatural color as weather begins to warp from one of your classmates we have not seen yet. The panel like pulls out to like we have like that huge full page almost of this weather warping over the crowd, then like that one side panel of like this person on the roof lifting his hands storm style to make the weather shake, and then like the on the other side of the page, like another small panel, we see Domina Carnifex's agony scepter charge up, and the next page, I think we see like streaming over Fermata and Atlas, the charge of the agony scepter slamming into the Gauntleteer, sending him flying off the stage as the School of Hard Knocks starts streaming in.
Oh, well, that's convenient. Would this whole adventure knock out my insecure condition?
I believe it is. I mean, you did something very foolhardy. So I mean, yeah, that works. And I think like, as a Arachnophobe and Thunderchild, you can find Fermata and Atlas. I think pretty easily during this beginning adventure. So, what happens as the like we see the NPCs being badass? How do the PCs enter badass?
We could find who? I'm pretty sure those people are dead. They're certainly dead to me.
Oh, come on now, TC. We need him.
No, I'm going to go paralleling through the crowd, all unstoppable. I'm in a bad mood. No, Thunderchild is a tormented 30-year-old child. He's acting up. So if they're on the stage and we drop down, I think Thunderchild would like to do the hero's entrance and reshape the environment, please, by going boom into the ground.
Please do, but I think this will do a certain thing. I think this means the team is entering combat against powerful foes. But I think this means Thunderchild is our leader this time. Our Deadpool-esque, emotionally vulnerable leader. Do you have influence over everyone, Thunderchild?
No.
What is your what do you want to get out of this battle?
Punch the Gauntleteer in the face.
Everyone else, is that your goal?
No.
I would say.
Okay, so there's one no that already negates it. So we are at 2 teams.
Sorry.
Well, we're at 4 teams because we had 2 teams to the pool. Does anyone mistrust Thunderchild?
I think I do, but not because I don't trust Thunderchild. I trust the grouchy Thunderchild that's throwing the tantrum, but at least he's letting it out on the heroes. So I do, but I don't. How would that count?
Do you distrust? Do you not trust them?
No, yeah, I still trust them. I don't trust them to hurt us or anything of the kind. I misunderstood that bit. Wait.
But is anyone going to? I don't think we're going to lose a team then.
Yeah, I don't. I think I trust Thunderchild to exactly be Thunderchild, and he seems to be being Thunderchild at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'm similar with that. I think I don't suspect that he's doing anything more than what he seems to be doing.
And we are not off balance because the entire graduating class and many of the teachers are in this battle. But Thunderchild, do you want to take any conditions to add? You can add up to take 2 conditions to add 2 to the team because of the first 2 questions.
What's the current team at?
4. I don't think you need to, but you can.
No, I think I'm okay with that. I'd like to reframe my action as being provoke someone to do the hero's landing into the middle of the crowd and tell the Gauntleteer to run.
Ooh, provoke the Gauntleteer then.
That is 8 with my superior, which I think is -1, takes me to a 7, but it's still a hit. Yeah.
I think that's like the Gauntleteer is standing up from the Agony Scepter's blast. You see that comic-y like a halo of rotten red energy just crackling around him, and he lunges at you, but the energy then like seizes him up. He does like a spasm of pain, trips over the does like a tumbling over the stage as he's jumping towards you and lands like at your feet, but at your feet, vulnerable to you. You have an opportunity.
Is he in costume? Is he in normal suit? What is he?
He is in costume. He is fully in costume. He is gauntlet is on. He is. I think this incarnation. I do not know if he has the Iron Man suit or if he's just like Superman with a Thanos gauntlet.
Cool. So if he's at my feet, first of all, I will look at him in this sort of exposed position and attempt to pierce their mask.
Oh, snap. Yeah, pierce the mask.
Boom. So that again, it's an 8. Keep hitting. I want potential.
That would be. Oh, yes, the advantage, not the +1. My bad.
So sorry. Is that? Say it again. Sorry.
I miss. I had thought I'd been juggling between two choices, then misremembered which one I'd offered.
So, on 8, I'm going to ask one question, which is, how can I gain influence over the Gauntleteer?
Don't go through with Domina Carnifex's plan.
I think about that for a moment and instead drop kick him out of the area.
Yeah, and I think at this point we see like many of the heroes getting ready, the scrimmage going. But Arachnophobe, how do you enter this arena?
I think I'm gonna do the Arachnophobe thing and swing in, preferably to land on a lamppost or stick to a wall. Hands out the side, and I actually want to assess the situation because it seems like there's going to be a lot going on very fast.
Go ahead, assess the situation. Roll with Superior.
Superior. I believe I have a 1 to Superior. Yep, I do. So that is going to be 9. So a 9 gets me 8 question. Yep. How could we best end this quickly?
Do exactly as Domina Carnifex orders.
Simple enough. Okay, cool. With that in mind.
I think like we see you scanning the crowd, looking cool with your hero a different intro pose than a robot drop kicking an Golden Age hero out of the ring. Atlas, you have been by the side of Fermata, provoking her at every step, but things have blown out of proportion. You're good at out of proportion. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I think Atlas takes a second to like shrug off the shirt he's wearing and pull on his mask, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to go as far as an assess the situation, but who's the closest hero I can see who's threatening or about to engage with someone from the school?
I think the closest hero the closest hero team are the Hopefuls. They are the ones that the Threnody is part of them. They have taken Cadenza, or it looks like Threnody has taken Cadenza under her wing or their wing, maybe. I mean, it's either way. Threnody is teaching Cadenza stuff. It's not good for the cult. They also consist of Eclipse, a boxer a Batman boxer who has light control powers, basically Dagger meets Black Canary, and the Fomorian, Starfire mixed with Changeling the Dreaming.
Oh, it's got to be the Batman analog. I've entirely blanked on the name already, but Eclipse, I'm going to Eclipse. Yeah, I am going to I think just leap towards Eclipse and attempt to slam my fist into their face and take them down.
Directly engage?
Actually no. I think that. Sorry, is this like in a like an open arena, or is it a?
This is like a. This would be like a outside a building, like the square. Like this is like it would be near to me, like near the grassy areas of a city. Like it's not a park, but like a open air, lots of space. Like people are running. They're like no civilians are going to be involved, kind of thing.
Cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to grab like I guess like a kind of maybe like one of those like light and sound rig things, the sort of big metal lattice towers, and I'm going to swing that at Eclipse.
But this is outside Optimax Industries. Do you want to try and punch Eclipse into their personal statue to cause collateral damage?
Oh, if there's a statue here, that's even better. I'm going to grab the statue and attempt to batter Eclipse with that. Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah, you will get an additional option with your move then.
Oops, something's gone weird with that. Cool. So that is an 8 in total. So I will pick 2 of these options. So I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies, and I think resist or avoid their blows. As I think that he just plows into Eclipse, batters him with this statue, and then just like probably like hurls the statue off, and it smashes through one of the windows of the building.
Yeah, Eclipse. I think does like the Wuxia block. This should not be possible, but with with her gadgets and with her martial arts training, she's basically not taking like a full statue squish assault to her body, but I think like there's that scene like you throw it off and like it completely it throws her several feet away from the team, so she cannot strike you back. But you have completely distracted her team, and Cadenza is looking all eyes on you. And as Cadenza's back is turned to you, Fermata, her eyes locked on your teammate as you see the heroes around her gathering up, preparing for battle. What do you do?
I think Fermata like reaches into her coat pocket and takes out like her ridiculous Gundam mask. Kind of like puts that on and just kind of says like under her breath, "Traitor," and it's just gonna be like a full psychic blast on on Cadenza. Like there's not even any like subtlety. Like if before she was just poking through her mind, now it's just like it's like a sledgehammer through their mind. That's a directly engage, I think. Yeah, I'll be fine. It's a flat roll.
And I think you have. Let me check the legacy matters. Yeah, you have +1 forward against Cadenza from Sforzando's information, so take +1 forward to this roll.
Okay, cool. Ha. Okay, that's really good. Need that because I'm the one who keeps failing rolls, but I don't have to this time because I rolled 10.
Sweet, yeah. So, what options are you picking?
Resist and avoid their blows. And impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah, so this is just like a wave of psionic energy going at her, like a directed telepathic knife to the skull,
Yeah,
a shriek of music.
Yeah, no, it's a shrieking, like cacophonic Bernard Herrmann strings going out of control kind of, psycho kind of musical attack.
I think Cadenza gets hit by it, screams in the exact same tune as the cacophony that struck her as she hits her knees, and you see the Fomorian unveil his left arm, which is made of completely of mithril. He places it on her head. You see him harmonizing with the cacophony until he sucks it up into the arm and throws it down on the ground, making a imprint in the cement. He turns, has his eyes on Fermata, and he begins running at you, pulling out a cold iron axe. And that's when his battle unicorn appears through a teleportation right beside him. And,
Wow.
I mean, there will be opportunities, I think, as this is going on. I think the Gauntleteer has been drop kicked. Thunderchild is standing strong, like the vanguard of this approach. We see Arachnophobe like diving into the fray now, and I think that's when from the new guard. Let me check these. That's when Raijin and Fujin start. I think they fly up into the air. This huge arcane drum appears before them, and they both slap it on like one on one side, one on the other. Thunder and lightning rains down upon the crowd, crackling and aiming only at the villains amongst them. I think besides Arachnophobe, who was off on the side, not in the distance, I think that I'm going to make everyone else take a powerful blow as...
Could I potentially defend someone?
Yes, I think Arachnophobe, since you are outside of this effect, you may defend one of your teammates, if you would like.
So from the way that, because I'm on the side and kind of like scoping out like where I should be moving to, I see Atlas and Fermata. Fermata has kind of got their own shtick handled. Those two are together. However, I don't like the fact that TC has made himself a nice big target on the stage with the big Don Gauntleteer. And seeing all of this thunder and lightning, I think what I'll do is slingshot my way all the way to TC and using my not so awesomely robotic strength, but still relatively strong self to get him out of the way of that lightning bolt.
Roll plus savior.
And it's funny because he put my savior down earlier. Here we go. So it's at -1.
You do have influence over him, right?
Didn't even need it. It's an 11. Sorry, 10.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you do it and choose one from the list of defend. You get to take influence over them, add team to the pool, or clear a condition, which I don't think you have.
That is true. Do I have influence over Thunderchild? I do not, so I would like to gain influence over Thunderchild, if that's cool.
Yeah, so the thunder and lightning slams behind you two as the as like that panel of you pushing Thunderchild out of the way of this vicious EMP happens. But let's start with Fermata, who has started the trouble. Let's see what you do with the powerful blow.
Is this from someone with far greater power than me?
Oh yes. Are you the incarnation of a thunder god and a lightning goddess?
No, I'm just a kid.
You're just in a cult.
You
have Kool-Aid and music.
Yeah. All right, so roll plus savior. 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9, 10. So yeah, on a hit, I stand strong and I choose one. I think I'm gonna rally from the hit, and it inspires the team. So I add one team to the pool. I know we probably don't need it more, but just in case. We've still got quite a bit of time in the session, so who knows? We might need it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I think what this looks like is like the thunder comes and like let's see. What's Fermata have? Exemplary occult knowledge. That's so wonderfully vague. It just could be anything. Um, yeah, I think like the um I think like Fermata was already kind of like in the midst of like forming this kind of like I guess spell because the battle unicorn has appeared, and it's kind of like it is I guess it is I think it is kind of like a shield kind of like spell, but like she made it a bit too wide, so when the thunder hits, it kind of like sparks off it, so that it's really like obvious that there's a big shield there that's kind of like withstanding the blow, and Fermata because she got a good hit on Cadenza looks like she's standing tall and is just completely like in control. Um, she's kind of like murmuring to herself as if like singing some like small song phrases to keep the spell going, but she looks completely unperturbed. Battle unicorn be damned.
Good. And Atlas, how do you do?
Muted. Yeah. So I will. I do not currently have any conditions marked. Well, I don't know what's happening. Not having conditions marked in Mask seems so. That's a 7, sadly. So about those conditions. So yeah, I think yeah, I think I'm going to mark. I think I'm going to mark a couple of conditions because I haven't done any yet. So I'm definitely angry. And I'm actually going to go with guilty as well. Because yeah, we were supposed to be doing this as a team. I'm going to assume by the fact that the rest of the school is here. So yeah, I think he's feeling a bit guilty about the whole thing. And as everyone knows, the best way to deal with guilt is by punching some people really hard.
Atlas is the person who speaks for us all. So you have been saved from a vicious EMP, Thunderchild. How are you reacting to Arachnophobe pushing you out of the way of this attack and this scuffle?
Well, I think this was like a 3-part panel where Arachnophobe starts pushing Thunderchild, and he goes, "What are you pushing me for?" And then his mum goes, "Oh!" and he lets himself be pushed out of the way. That's the point. Did you say that these two had a drum?
It's like like it looks like there's a drum between them. It's probably some kind of magic that they summoned, but it is like a taiko drum.
I still think yeah, fastball special seems like the right thing. Where I grab my buddy Arachnophobe and chuck them at the drum whilst leaping at the other one, and I'd like to directly engage a threat.
Okay. I will say that this the one of you, since you're attacking with your teammate, the one who has the best danger can roll, but the effects will affect both of you if you use that. Is that good for you both?
That's good for me. What's your danger, TC1?
My danger is 1.
Mine is currently a 2. I have a way to narrate this if I'm to roll. Basically,
go for it, man.
Thunderchild throws up Arachnophobe after Arachnophobe is like, lightning's not going to do you any good, big guy. We need to get up close. And then as soon as he throws, Cody's going to like spin in the air, whip 2 webs, and just boom, like yank him up midair. Somehow still going because comic book physics.
You've got to like yank them out of the air, launching you further up as you throw them at Thunderchild to be punched.
Yep. Oh god. All right, let's see how we do this. Danger. That's a 11. So plus 2, 13.
Okay, so you can each choose one option, I guess, since you are sharing this directly engage roll. Starting with Arachnophobe, what is your choice?
I would like to create an opportunity for my allies in any way, shape, or form.
And Thunderchild?
I would like to take something from them, which is their magic drum, which I smash through, going like, "You're the thunder, I'm the thunder."
Okay, and as a I think you punch through the drum, which releases this vast store of arcane energy, which begins crashing through both of you from the siblings being knocked down. The siblings fall to the ground, not punched, but literally thrown down in webbing bags, now stuck to the ground as they struggle to break free. But the arcane reaction, I think, arcs from Thunderchild to Arachnophobe. I don't think I'm going to do a powerful blow, but I think both of you will mark one condition from the psychic interference or the arcane interference.
Hey, can I repeat the favor? I don't necessarily want to take or defend, but sort of leap in front of it and take both conditions.
Ooh, you definitely can. I mean, you did break the drum. You can take all the interference.
No one's hurting my spider buddy but me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and Atlas, you are you have thrown the stat. Are you beside Threnody and Cadenza now? Did you smack Eclipse out of the way and go flying with her? Where are you? Where do you want to be at this moment?
I think I'm actually going to go for Fomorian. And I think maybe as like Fomorian's like I think Fomorian was bearing down on Fermata, if I'm remembering correctly. So I think I'm going to run up behind them and basically try and grab their arm in a sort of like judo hold almost and just like pull it up behind their back and push them to the ground.
The mithril arm or the one holding the cold iron axe?
The mithril one, yeah.
Okay.
That is an 11.
This is going very well for y'all. You don't need that 5 team.
So yeah, I am going to. I don't think that I'm going to go for any specific collateral here. I think this is just going to be a fairly quick and clean move. I think that I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies, probably specifically for Marta, as I kind of get the threat off of her, and I'm going to take something from him, and I think it's going to be that arm.
Well, the thing is that he has it attached with a very Fey-like Furiosa straps. Like you literally just pull the straps off, and his arm comes off. And I think like that's when he turns around, spins the axe, and smiles. I'm not left-handed, and he just backhands you with the axe, and I think like you go fly like Eclipse did. So I need you to take a powerful blow as you did distract him. You did take his arm.
Yep, sure thing. Ooh, that's a 6.
Yeah, so you've been backhanded by the Fey version of Mjolnir. How do you stand strong?
I think it's got to. I think it's. I think as he says, yeah. I'm not left-handed. I think Dennis says, "I am," and brings up the arm to parry the axe with.
And the arm is a cannon indestructible, so this is a perfect counterpoint. So he doesn't scratch the axe or the arm, but he is taken up from Mata. You definitely have the advantage now. Cadenza is still on the ground reeling from the last attack. The rest of the School of Hard Knocks is running wild through these heroes. Other teams are being taken up, but you see you can take your revenge. You can or you can maybe go for the. It seems that the Domina Carnifex and the teachers are going for the new guard. Who are you going to go after?
I don't care about that at the moment. What Fermata cares about is making up for nearly like being an for nearly breaking her orchestra's tenets, and she thinks she can do that by bringing in the traitor. So she's gonna go for Cadenza. I think like there's a moment where like she sees like, oh no, Atlas, but he seems to be doing fine. So she's making a beeline to where Cadenza is. Um, um, I think like she is like she's whistling under her breath and um coming into like form are like chains and manacles, and when she makes this like really sharp whistle, she's gonna like send them out to like uh detain Cadenza.
So is this utilizing your powers or directly engaging?
Since she's well, I hazard to say she's a threat because she's in pain at the moment. This might be more unleashing powers.
Gotcha. Roll plus freak.
I say that I went for the one that has a -1, but no, I think this is more uh, unleashing of powers. That's an 8, and I think I will take a condition. I think I'm angry at a lot of things, mostly myself.
Yeah, so you lock down Cadenza. Things are looking good for the moment. That's when Thrinity pulls out her bow, pulls out the or caresses the pink, orange, and blue violin to her neck, and starts playing a very loud and fast-paced. I think. Oh, she is Thrinity. It is like the most amped up requiem you have ever heard. And above her, you see the sky, the weather that has been like churning around and being all nasty this entire time. Begins to like rock back and forth as the worlds between worlds quakes. The Fey realm is opened, and the Banshee Queen enters.
What the? Ah,
Yeah, so Arachnophobe, you see a scary looking woman in black coming or trying to escape from a rent in reality, the dimensions. You're pretty sure if you go back to school and open up the quiz book, you'll find out what this is. But she has not entered our reality yet. What are you doing?
Oh, hell, is first thing I say. Hmm. So, just to confirm for me, Lady is coming out of a rift in reality, but she's not here yet.
This is like the Dormammu thing. If you can kick them back into their realm if you act fast enough.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do just that. Um, would that be a directly engaged threat? Because I'm gonna do ye old slingshot. Either that or there's a broken statue around here, right? Or one of the statues got
There
broken.
is, I mean, do you want to unleash your powers by using your webbing to throw a statue at her?
Yes, I very much would. See how that goes. That would be a freak, right?
That would be with plus freak.
Okay. Let's see. My freak isn't. Oh yeah, it got leveled out earlier. Perfect. I may use a team from the team pool for this.
Your team can also help you with team, so that we will see how this goes.
Perfect. That would be a 8.
Okay. Does the team want to help out and push that to a 10 with your 5 team?
Yeah, I think that in fact, yeah, I think as I see Arachnophobe kind of going towards her, I think I'm going to yell out "catch" toss the arm to Arachnophobe to batter her with. And I'm going to spend a point of my special team on. I got I got a couple of points of pseudo team on my for my intimacy move last time.
Yeah, the hold. Good.
Nice.
And
So
I'm
instead of
going
a
to try and
statue,
remember it exists.
so instead of a statue, I just hear the catch and I just web up this indestructible arm and just throw it in. Well, use it to beat whoever is trying to come through back. All right.
And for Mana, that arm still is holding the cacophony charge. Lots of angry, loud noise inside it still.
Yeah, I think like because I'm close proximity to the person summoning the Banshee Queen, I think like one hand I've got the chains on Cadenza, the other hand I just kind of like reach up and with a whistle kind of like grab the cacophonic energy to like rush out of the arm and slam into at least try to like confuse and annoy Trinity to like break up this summoning.
Nice.
Yeah, so you launch a indestructible mithril arm at a Banshee Queen. It punches her in the face. There is that I think there's that close up of like the slow-mo thing of it just like pressing into her cheek, going backwards as her stumbling back into the realm. And I like to imagine like there's like this flip and like pulling the rift closed with the webbing just to make sure.
Yeah, like closing it and then just all the way down.
And then like it stays up there for a minute, and the webbing falls down in front of Thunderchild. Thunderchild, you have done amazing so far. What are you doing? You are muted.
Can you describe the Optimax building to me, dear GM?
This Optimax building is just a large, like semi skyscraperish type, just tall building, lots of windows, lots of reflective bits, slightly modern architecture, but not by much.
That's good. Lots of windows, what I wanted. I think Thunderchild turns to look at the Optimax building and slams its hands together to create with their inhuman might a sonic boom that smashes all the glass in the buildings.
Oh, are you breaking through an indestructible barrier or directly
No,
engaging with the
I'm
glass?
going to unleash my powers to reshape the environment.
Oh my. Go ahead.
That's a 7 plus 3 is a 10, so I get what I want.
Yeah, the glass shatters. There is just this, the cacophony that Fermata created is drowned out by a natural one as the glass begins to fall. And in this falling glass, I think we see like if you've seen the Dread movie when Mama falls from the final scene, like that, that's what it looks like as the Gauntleteer comes out of the building, flying directly back into the fray as he launches himself at Thunderchild once more. This time with cognizance in his himself. Fermata, you have claimed Cadenza. Thrinity's play with the Fey realm is knocked out. What are you? And actually, Thunderchild is in danger right now. Does anyone want to try and defend?
Yeah, could you repeat what the nature of the danger he's in?
The Gauntleteer is flying directly at him in that Superman fist first pose.
Gosh. Yeah, I think yeah, I will try to defend. Just figure out how. Remind me, what Trinity had like a violin, right?
Trinity has a violin that is that was a Fey King. It is. Right. He is now a violin.
Probably shouldn't use that then. Cadenza has a violin though. um, which he stole from us. So I'm gonna take it, and with my first try with this instrument, I'm gonna try to send out a note to something like it's a force that will like pull Thunderchild like oh away from the Gauntleteer's like punch.
Gotcha. Roll plus savior.
Okay. And let me see what conditions I have. Okay, no, they're good. That's a 9. That's +2 and plus my influence over. Oh no, I don't have influence over Thunderchild. I think that went away. Plus. Oh wait, no, I do. I still have influence over Thunderchild. Yeah, so that's 9.
Okay, do you expose yourself to danger or does the situation escalate?
I think
Hey, I'd like to assist by acquiescing to this defense and helping.
Okay, a spin team.
Yeah, teamwork came in handy.
Yeah, so once again, Thunderchild is yanked out of the way. What choice from the defend list are you going to take, Fermata?
I think I will clear a condition. I'm feeling less guilty now because things are going really well, and I managed to
Yeah,
save Thunderchild at least.
yeah. Atlas, I think like with you and the one armed like the Fomorian is strong, like I'd say like Shazam level strength kind of thing. Like he is going toe to toe with you. If he had his mithril arm, you probably would be in trouble. But as it is, you are on equal footing. I like to imagine like there is like just the comic panel of like just a background and like both fists like punching each other. Then it pulls out again and him like trying to backhand you with the axe again. You just like putting your hand out and like grabbing the axe. But you two are just fighting and coming to a standstill. What do you do?
So I think actually there's maybe even a moment where the Fomorian like swings the axe and it like catches Danny in the chest, knocks him back, and we can sort of see the sort of gout of blood coming out. But then like a second later, he pops back up onto his feet again. Obviously shirt ripped open now, but is looks perfectly fine, grins, and I think he's just going to like headbutt the Fomorian like full on the nose, and yeah, going. I think that. I quite like, maybe I think I kind of sort of like headbutt him, shock him for a moment, then grab him and throw him back. And I'd quite like to maybe like throw him like into one of the someone from the school who's around.
Do you maybe want to throw him in the path of the Gauntleteer who was flying full force at Thunderchild?
Yeah, could do.
Or I mean, whisper. You can throw him to like if you want. Do you want to throw him to someone on your team or at the school? I mean,
I was thinking more of like just like kind of clipping somebody in a collateral damage styley. And yeah,
you want to throw him? At
sorry, not in a good way, not in the good way.
Yeah, throw him at Threnody or like another hero.
Yeah, sure. So yeah.
Roll to directly engage then.
That is a 7.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think I am actually going to. It's not one I tend to go for, but it makes more sense. I think with I'm going to choose to resist or avoid their blows, and I think I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah, so I think you you finally like catch the axe, like you catch it the axe blade on your hand. It goes through, then heals over a bit. You yank it out of his hand, throw it down. It again like that's when you he is surprised. You grab him, throw him into Threnody. the Fomorian is knocked out. You have finally taken him down with your assault. Thrinity is completely at a like Eclipse is gone. Her protege is under lock and magical key, and her Gambit got knocked out of the way. So I think you see Thrinity like playing a different note, but this is Fermata would understand this is like a note of like this is the song of retreat, and but yeah, the Gauntleteer flies into the air, lands I think beside I think it's going to land beside Arachnophobe since you did take out that entire dimension by yourself. You made yourself a big old target, and the Gauntleteer raises his gauntlet. It begins glowing this royal blue color as he's about to unleash a huge energy blast on Arachnophobe.
My arachnid alarm must be going crazy.
I think your arachnid alarm is actually preventing, like it's going off so hard, it is hurting right now.
Okay.
I think this is Thunderchild will definitely be at this point if Arachnophobe. How far away is that right? I think I want to run through them in an unstoppable way, barreling anything and everyone out of the way to get.
There are plenty of heroes in the way. No one you care about.
Unstoppable rush, Thunderchild.
Do it.
I'm thinking. Nah, it might be a bit too late to try and put a trap down while I see. Well, like, would I see Thunderchild like heading this way despite?
You will in a minute.
That's 5, 6, 7. Still unable to miss a roll. So on a 7 to 9, choose one. Mark a condition, leave something behind, or take something with you. Can I just check, by the way, before I just make that decision, would smashing a skyscraper up deal with breaking something enough to get rid of Angry?
Yeah.
Okay. But Arachnophobe is the only one who's been nice to them today, so I'm going to mark insecure instead and mark a condition as Thunderchild just goes rattling through like a freight train with everyone towards the Gauntleteer and impacts into them.
Yeah, there you see several heroes get thrown up in the air, around, off to the side. Then Thunderchild tackles into the Gauntleteer. The blue energy hand slams to the ground. It unleashes this charge. The ground around Thunderchild and the Gauntleteer explodes upward. It launches them both into the air. It would have been an impressive blow to you, Arachnophobe. And I think they, as they're in the air, the Gauntleteer does the volleyball spike up arms and just slams it into Thunderchild, giving him a physical, powerful blow to deal with.
Ooh.
It's all right, don't worry. I'll take it because I am not my body and I roll with 2 less conditions.
I have an idea, but it's kind of setting the trap, kind of engaging. Could I lay it out and you clear it up?
You could lay a trap right now,
yeah.
but this is going to happen first.
Okay. In which case, Gauntleteer can fly. He's just smashed my friend down. Yeah, no. I think I'll set a trap down for the Gauntleteer.
Okay, so let's
go on.
Okay, let's do the powerful blow roll. Then you lay a trap with your danger.
Well, I rolled a 6, so the good news is I get my first potential as Gauntleteer hits me, and then I look and go, "Is that supposed to hurt? You wanna be?"
Yeah, I think he spikes you down, but you do the superhero landing pose. One knee down, fist down, Terminator rise back up, but with nothing going wrong or anything like that.
And I can grumble and sort of look at you punch like an old man.
Oh, if only this was Monster Hearts. That would be great. Yeah, so now you are setting a trap, Arachnophobe. Roll plus danger.
And I am. I have a 2 to danger, so let's see how this goes. 7, 8, 9. Let's see. Things happen on 9.
Does anyone want to spend a team to help this trap? I could see Thunderchild being a
Oh
distraction.
yeah. I think Thunderchild calling him old hurts the Gauntleteer's feelings more than he expects. Plus, I smack him in the nuts.
Yes,
Oof,
that
I
totally
love
works.
it. That's a villainous move right there. I'm proud. All right, cool. So that would be a 10, which is on a 10, take +1 forward to pursuing it, which is the opening or opportunity against the Gauntleteer.
Yeah, so I think the Gauntleteer, like, it's flying down. There's like the arachnid alarm goes off at the right moment. You flip backwards. He lands, and that just an abominable amount of webbing springs up around him and cloaks him in just collective mess. The hopefuls are fleeing, but I think for Mana you can concentrate on. Oh, let's see. For Mana, you can concentrate on keeping Cadenza where she is, or you can take advantage of this opportunity, or allow another teammate to take advantage of this opportunity.
Um, gosh, the Fermata has been really wrapped up in all her cult bullshit. Yeah, it looks like they've all kind of like got it all sorted. I think actually, Tornado will look around because you mentioned there are other like cult members around here, right? You got your mooks. She will keep the violin, but she kind of like point bow and like point out the mooks and like point them at Cadenza, just like take care of her. Um, Probably not the best thing to do. Trust generic villain mooks, but but
You want to
her
provoke
team.
them to take control of Cadenza?
Um, if I need to, I guess, because yeah.
I will say you can provoke them, but you would be getting a +2 since you outrank them.
I mean, I can't say no to that. Yeah, I'll do it. That's an 11. So yeah, hopefully they do well in keeping her
Yeah,
chained
like
up.
I think this is just like that thing of like people like bumping into like running around looking like they're out of it's the good Samaritan picking Cadenza up to get her out of harm's way, then passing her to someone, passing her to someone, passing her to someone, and just that complete and utter chaos to get Cadenza off to the cult.
Yeah, I think like I kind of like whisper to the first one who picks her up so that she can hear as well, just saying like take her to the conductor, please.
Yeah, so
And then I'm gonna run to my team.
yeah, Atlas and Thunderchild. The Gauntleteer is tied up, completely trapped. Do one of you want to take advantage of this perfect opportunity?
I think that Atlas is going to walk over to the Gauntleteer and, slung over his shoulder very, very casually is the axe. And he's going to go, I've always wondered about that whole unstoppable force, immovable object thing. And he's going to like lift the axe and start swinging it towards the big gauntleted hand.
I think Thunderchild puts his hand out and sort of says, "Hey, not like this. We know we're better than him."
Ooh, that sounds like a provoke.
I think so.
Yep, definitely.
But I'm -2 on provoke at the moment, so this is not going to go well. Ooh. Provoke is which? That's
Superior.
7. Oh, 9, 8, 7, 6 then. So I'll mark potential because you don't heed Thundertale's words.
Yeah, I think just with that though, the act you don't need to roll to directly engage or anything. This will just happen. You swing the axe in. The Gauntleteer raises the gauntleted fist as the webbing snaps to try and save himself. There is a black and white picture as you just hear the only thing that is not black and white is the red chunk. The next panel, the gauntleted hand is on the ground. There is a drop of blood leading off the axe. You have severed the gauntlet. And I think that's when you at that moment, like there is an explosion of the agony scepter's energy around the Gauntleteer, and you see Domina Carnifex, like the 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 perspective changes, and she is just jamming the agony scepter into the Gauntleteer's back. What do you do?
I would like to whip at the gauntlet that's been detached from the Gauntleteer and yank it towards me so I can just keep a hold of it.
You do, and Domina Carnifex is just pressing this agony scepter into the Gauntleteer, not letting up. The agony scepter is, in nerd layman's terms, dark side level weaponry. What are you guys? Are you guys just going to sit by and let her take down the Gauntleteer in this manner?
No, I think again, Thunderchild turns back to say, "We've beaten them, we've maimed them, we've made our point. Stop." I probably have to provoke her as well, which is probably not going to go equally
Yeah,
bad.
try and provoke.
In fact, I'm not going to provoke her. I think I'm going to thwack her.
Oh, try to directly engage Domina Carnifex.
Yeah. So that will be a 9. In fact, I'm probably defending, aren't I? Or am I right?
Yeah, I think you're defending. That would be a better option.
Yeah. So that's a 9 plus savior, which I think is a -1. Still an 8.
So do you
-2.
escalate the situation, or oh, do you have a -2 from a condition?
Oh. Yeah, I do. So it's 8, 7, 6. Look, I'm going to selfishly spend a point of pull from the team.
Actually, I think that blah, I forget my own name again. I think Atlas is actually going to assist in this. I think as you like push Domina back, the Atlas is going to step forward over the fallen body of the Gauntleteer and raise the axe up and say, "Kid has a point, Domina. We've done enough.
We already won. We don't need you taking the credit."
Okay, so do you want to escalate the situation or expose yourself to danger?
I am going to expose myself to danger, but I'm going to take the influence over someone I protect.
The Gauntleteer?
Yeah. Because that's going to be fun later on, right?
Oh dear. Well, I think as you expose yourself to danger, that's when Domina aims the scepter at you all. You are my students. This man has hounded me my entire life. You were trained to take him down, and you did so admirably. Now do not stand in front of me, and for what spite I will take out upon his hide. What do you do?
Um, I think Danny's going to step forwards, and he's still again like holding the axe casually, but he says, "Yeah, you've. I'm not going to begrudge you that, Domina. You've taught us a thing or two, and you've taught us we need to stick together if we're going to make something of this. And the way I look at it, my friend here, and he gestures back at Thunderchild with the axe, made his point very clear. So you threaten us, you're going to have to come through all of us. Now back off."
Sounds. Does she have a head she doesn't need?
Yeah, that's what. Oof. Oh no! Wait, that's the tension. The roll for your party builds these days is excellent. That's a 7. Wait, no, it isn't, because I still have guilty marked, so that's a 5.
Yeah, and
I think if she's got, by the way, is stepping up in front of Man of Carnifax, is that a foolhardy action? And have I sacrificed myself?
you've not sacrificed yourself. It is a foolhardy action to go up against the granny goodness of New Gauntlet City, though.
Oh, that's good then. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think. Oh, does she? Yeah, she get
Yeah.
access. Right.
She just chuckles. Children act up these days. It's okay. My fight is not with you, my students. And I think that's when, like, you see, like, there's a glint as the cameras are catching this. I honor my students with this sacrifice. And she presses the agony scepter button. An arc streaks over you, lances onto the Gauntleteer's form, lifts him in the air. There is a scream of unmistakable, just like primal ache, and he begins to what looks like implode. And suddenly there is the Gauntleteer has disappeared. He is like there's like a puff, and like you're not sure if she has teleported him to the School of Hard Knocks. You're not sure if he escaped into a dimension of his own. But she, this is when she releases the Mr. Burns maniacal cackle that all supervillains have.
Wow.
Okay, so Cody's just watched all of this. I would like to first and foremost, could I do my mask ability to change my mundane with my danger?
You may, if you think you're not going to be that dangerous anymore.
It's just her choice of words like clicked in Arachnophobe's head. The I honor this to my student, like holy hell, a supervillain just killed a superhero for us. I'm a part of the us. So now it's almost I'd say it's a mortality thing, but it's not quite mortality. It's more like a human thing, like holy hell, this is the route we're going down now. And I would like to pierce the mask. I'm like giving her a good long hard stare. She's cackling away.
Go ahead, and I need a quick break. So let's be back at 5 after 25 or 35 after the hour.
Okay, I'll save my rolls until we come back then.
Sorry about that. But yeah. So yeah, Arachnophobe, you are going to pierce the mask of Domina Carnifex as she laughs maliciously.
Yes, indeed. I believe that's a 7 with my now +2 mundane. That would be a 9.
And you guys still have 2 team if anyone wants to distract her with some kind of insolence or.
Yeah, I think maybe Atlas is just still kind of like holding like eye contact with her defiantly.
Okay. So yeah, you get to ask 3 questions, Arachnophobe.
Fantastic. So, the first things first, after this public blessing of your precious students, what do you intend to do?
She intends to use the opportunities you have graced her with to increase her power untold fold.
Okay. Oh, that power. So, what is she really planning?
She is really planning to utilize as probably would be obvious, utilize the School of Hard Knocks for her own gain. Her gain, not the teacher's gain. Her gain.
Okay. That clashes with Arachnophobe's psyche, so he wants to know how to get influence over you.
The best way to get influence over her, it would be butter her up, act like she is your headmistress, act like nothing's wrong, act like this is okay, and also present her the gauntlet.
All right. So what Cody will do is, seeing the very tense Atlas, gripping that axe probably a little tighter than before, just going to step up, set a hand on his shoulder, give it an assuring squeeze, and if he was to make eye contact, Cody would very much make said eye contact, and then look to the Mina and just be like, "Here you go, miss. Trophy. Put it in your office. It'll look great over your seat, or a fireplace if you got one."
Yeah, so take influence over Domina Carnifex, and she will take the gauntlet and grin wildly as the heroes are running off. Like, this has been a drastic defeat for many of the heroes in New Gauntlet City. But yes, Thunderchild.
Can I turn to the cameras then? Because you said they were pressed there. And Thunderchild looks at the cameras and says, "You didn't just see it. We beat the Gauntleteer." He said, "We're the New World Order. We're the Firebrands. We're the new gods of Gauntlet City. We're the game in town. And if you want to defeat us, bring it."
Ooh, if only there was cut a promo in Masks. Yeah, and I think the news is Daniel or DD from the Iron Fist is like getting the scoop, but staying far enough away that he's out of eye blast range of most of these people. And I think the school will slowly begin, some people flying off, some people skulking into the shadows, but you all are you all are ordered to head back to the school for debriefing. We will skip the actual debriefing scene, which is probably just a lot of gloating from the staff that they finally took out the Gauntleteer. And I love those as names. New World Order is creepy as hell, and I love it.
Oh, we might get sued by the WWE.
And,
someone needs to get like a Hulk Hogan beard, right?
And I think you guys are leaving the briefing slash party. And how do you all feel about celebrating what looks to be the painful death of a staple hero in the city?
I don't think. Never mind that nonsense. Once we get a moment, I think that Thunderchild is going to slurk over both Fermata and Atlas and say, "What the hell was that going off on your own?"
I think because I didn't get to say what Fermata was doing while Dominic Carfax was gloating.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, she was just she was just staring blankly at all this because unlike the other three, she wasn't entirely fussed if the Gauntleteer died. So she was just like blankly watching the three of them. Can't really see what she's thinking because she was wearing the mask, holding the violin, which she's still holding, I think, at this moment. And she just kind of like looks at Thunderchild and says, like you said, I ran off and with Danny's prodding, and well, that was foolishness, and I apologize. That was a silly, childish stunt.
But we were there and it mattered, right? And I think he's going to give like Thunderchild a like a punch on the shoulder that for Thunderchild probably is like a kind of friendly bro punch sort of thing, because that if he weren't built the way he was, it would probably go through him. And he says, "Dude, I was there when you took down Gauntleteer. That fucking rocked."
And the child, I think, responds to the punch on the arm to a punch straight in the face as hard as he can. Do you just want to role play through it, or do you want to go for dice roll, Atlas? Oh Christ, is he frozen? For a moment.
Yeah, no, sure. I'll go for taking a powerful blow because I think it'll be interesting. Oh, I'm going to assume that I can clear my angry because of the whole Gauntleteer thing.
Yeah, you cut off someone's arm. That probably helps.
Yeah. But yeah, I will.
Oh, if you're taking a powerful, are you taking a powerful blow? Did you say?
Yeah.
No, well, that's on you to roll, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I was just sorting out my conditions. Oh, that's a 10. So, which do I want to go for? I think I'm going to have to pick lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way.
So do you lose control of yourself or your powers?
To be honest, with Danny, I don't think there's much difference between the two. So I think maybe he I think when Thunderchild like punches him in the face, I think he's going to like properly then go back at Thunderchild and just start like laying into him.
I kind of want to get in between them. Like, just let it be known that throughout the entire debrief, Cody has just been set on against the wall, doodling on a sketch pad, and he's heading out like he's done for the day, essentially. But then he's hearing this little commotion, seeing the first punch being thrown. And then he's just going to thwip whoever is closest on the back, yank them away, and then move himself between the two and just look between them like, really? This is how you want to settle this? You guys don't have the initiative to talk it out rather than, anything else. TC, I understand your frustration. They weren't here when you first called us. I get that. However, there is no point in lashing out physically when words can do just as much as cutting damage. You know how much words can hurt, and you too, Atlas. So yes, I would like to provoke
So
them
yeah,
both to come
provoke
down.
peace through mediation.
That's it. All right, let's see how well this goes. It's superior, right? Pretty sure. Let me just move that dice there.
It is superior.
So that's 7.
So if let's say who you thwipped is who you're provoking, or it sounded like you were provoking Thunderchild. So
yes, he threw the first punch. It's only fair.
so if Thunderchild does do this, will you add team to the pool, or if Thunderchild does not do this, will he mark a condition?
I think I'm gonna make it a beneficiary thing. So I'm just gonna say if the child does this, we add to the team pool. If only because Cody's trying to get him to see that doing this is not gonna go anywhere, but understanding one another will perhaps help in the future.
Okay, so Thunderchild sort of, there's literally steam coming off them. And Thunderchild says, let's get this right, Atlas. When you had shit to sort out, we were behind you and we went out as one. Your self-indulgent dickery. We go out together and we have each other's backs, or we don't go out at all. Got it?
Look, mate. I was just out with Fermata. I didn't know we were going to get called in to try and gack half the heroes in this city. But when we did, I was there.
You would have if you answered your comms. You bunch of you. Thunderchild, wherever we are, Thunderchild leaves by walking through a wall.
It's coming out of your GPA.
Cody's just gonna sigh and then just pat Atlas on the top of the arm and be like, I got this. My little brother throws tantrums like this all the times. I'll sort him out. Good job, you two.
You as well. You as well, mate. That was some nice work out there.
On the day's work. Fermata, next time I want to hear a concert from you. All this music, and we never got one.
Maybe.
Maybe after all the theme's blown.
You want to invite Fermata to go spray paint more huge weens on things?
Yes, definitely. We'll do this monthly now.
Yeah, she's way less likely to take up on that offer now these days.
But after that, after saying to Atlas and Fermata, very good job, I'm just going to casually walk through the Thunderchild-sized hole in the wall to go find it.
I like to imagine like this is a single page thing, but it's like it's there's like different panels coming and going, but each panel is a different wall that Thunderchild has walked through.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and catch up to him.
I think unless anyone has anything drastic they want to get off their chest.
I just want to say a few things to Danny while we're here in this hallway. I think like Fermata just kind of says like quietly like, I'll talk to Thunderchild tomorrow. This wasn't your fault. This was mine. I dragged you into this nonsense. It's my nonsense.
You didn't drag me into anything. And look, this is school. That's it. They don't own us. They don't get to tell us what to do. We weren't even late to the fucking fight. You know?
Danny, I don't give a damn about this school. I don't give a damn about the Gauntleteer. I answer to something else. And I came close to betraying that authority. I'm not gonna let that happen again. I'm not gonna drag you into all that.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Yeah. And with that, I think we will end this issue with some major villain. Yes, Arachnophobe?
I just wanted to throw two things out there that Cody would have done, sorry, Arachnophobe would have done as soon as he caught up to TC. First and foremost, he would have been inviting TC out tonight at about 10 o'clock and grab your super awesome girlfriend as well, dude.
Do you
We're
want
gonna
to
go out for
open
a fun
that?
time.
Should we open that with that scene next time?
Next week? Yeah, can do because I love what I've got planned. It'll be fun.
Sweet. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to end the recording. We will do the end of session moves and do stars and wishes. Thanks everyone who's watched.